If you've always wondered why milk and dairy products are removed from the anti-inflammatory diet, this video is for you. We're going to discuss what it is that we cannot digest and what are the symptoms that we feel when we are unable to digest milk. So if you're interested, keep watching. Hello, beautiful friends. My name is 𝗕𝗢𝗦𝗘. I'm a certified nutritionist and a functional nutrition lifestyle practitioner. I'm also the founder of Nourish Functional Nutrition, where I teach you how to get to the root causes of your symptoms and how to use food as medicine. In this channel, I give you all of the tools that I have at my disposal to help you go from confused and frustrated about your health to empowered and excited to take your health to the next level. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and remember to tap on the bell so that you can get notified when I release a new video. Several of you have been asking why milk is removed in the anti-inflammatory diet. If you are living in the US, milk has had a huge marketing campaign, Got Milk, the milk mustache, and we as nutritionists for the longest time following the food pyramid always recommended 3 cups of milk per day. And now we're going in the opposite direction. And the reason for that is because milk is the perfect food if you're a calf. So milk is what mammals drink in the first months or years of their life. If you're a mammal, this is what you had when you first were born. But then it comes a time when the body cannot digest the milk. So what's in milk? There's carbohydrate, there's protein, and fat. So the carbohydrate is in the form of lactose, which is 2 molecules, sugar molecules, galactose and glucose. And they, in order for it to be digested and absorbed properly, it has to be broken down by an enzyme. And so your body has to have this enzyme in order to break it down and absorb it. After we grow and develop and become older, that enzyme goes away, and then we stop digesting milk, and then we have symptoms. And the symptoms can range from sinus infections to inflammation to bloating, diarrhea, constipation, any of these things. And if you pay attention, you will notice that this is the case when you have milk as an adult, and that's the majority of the population. There are just a few individuals that are able to break down lactose. So some people will choose to have lactose-free milk, and that may or may not work for you. The other side of that coin is that milk also has protein, and the protein is either going to be casein or whey. And when you look at the protein in milk, 80% of it is casein. And if you take that casein and you look at the type of casein, there's 2 types, A1 beta casein or A2 beta casein. And it has to do with the amino acids, and amino acids are the components of protein. So we need to break down protein into amino acids in order for us to absorb the protein in milk. And unfortunately, this A1 beta casein is the protein that we see in regular milk that we buy at the grocery store. The A2 beta casein was found to be better digested and tolerated by people. And so some cows have been bred to produce only the A2 milk. And now you can find that at the grocery store, but you really have to look for it. What's happening is that this casein is some of these molecules, these beta casein molecules, they're what we call casomorphins. And casomorphins are products that are opioid-like substances. So if you have ever felt like someone told you that to give up cheese or to give up dairy and you feel like, oh my gosh, I could never do that, it's because when you have cheese or dairy and you have this beta casomorphin 7 is what it's called. The beta casomorphin 7 activates neurotransmitters in your brain, and it's as though you're getting a hit of a substance that makes you feel good, and that feel good feeling is very short-lived. And so you want more and you want more and you want more. And that happens also with gluten. So there's gluteomorphins and casomorphins that make you feel literally addicted to these products. The good news is that when you give them up, within 3 days or so, you see the effects of how the inflammation is reversed, the sinus infections, and all of these things that have been bothering you, like constipation, all of these things just settle down in your body, and you become more rational about the food that you are not eating. And so the question is, well, am I getting all the nutrients? If I stop drinking milk and dairy products, am I going to get the same nutrients in my diet? And the answer is yes. There are plant-based high calcium products. We have been told by the media that the only way to get our calcium is through milk, and that is not true. You can get calcium in deep green vegetables like collard greens and broccoli and spinach. All of these green plant foods can give you plenty of calcium, as well as fish, like bone-in fish like anchovies or sardines or even salmon. So all of these things contribute to your calcium needs. And in order to make strong bones, you don't only need calcium, you need vitamin D from the sun. So you need sun exposure, vitamin D3 supplementation if you don't get enough in your diet or from the sun, and as well as K2, vitamin K2, magnesium, and potassium. And all of these nutrients come from all of the food that we eat. So it doesn't just come from milk, contrary to what the media has been telling you. So everything that you hear is not necessarily true. We need to always investigate and question what we're hearing. So to give you a little bit of a summary, we drink milk up until the time when we can digest it, and when we cannot digest it, then that milk is going to give us trouble, so in the form of inflammation and other symptoms that we may or may not want to live with. In some cases it's due to the lactose, which is the sugar in milk. In some cases is the protein, which is divided into casein and whey, and casein is the one that is giving us trouble, especially if this casomorph peptide is formed during the digestion of milk when you drink milk or dairy products. So if you're interested in getting tested, we have some great labs now that test your food sensitivities, and this is something that I do. If you are interested in discussing how milk, dairy products, or any other foods affect your body, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm at nourishfunctionalnutrition.com. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and tap on the bell so that you can get notified when I release a new video. And let me know what you're interested in hearing about so that I can record videos for you. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.